Welcome back, YouTubes! And let's just continue the conquest, really. I've restarted the game, but they're still not letting me in. We're going to try waiting there for one turn, and then if it's still there, we'll leave and come back one last time, but we might not be getting into this wormhole. This is some Titans, right? We should fight this manually. Bucket of loop. Chat's got some great ideas to get in there. I think I auto-battled a little bit too much and some of these guys got damaged. I lost. I think when we fought the Star Fortress, a bunch of this fleet took damage that it really shouldn't have, but you know. Yeah, both of the carriers took a ton of damage. The human fleet is really insistent on kicking us out. I've got one fighter left. Alright. Just gonna kill all these little guys. The big ships are not really all that dangerous, in my opinion. Let's just max range this. I'll manually target them, because I know my guys have been failing to shoot the correct ship in the past. Which is a little frustrating. Everyone focus fire. Not on that. On the big ship, the Queen Elizabeth, and then you can focus on the other one. The little ships will come to us in time. Just be patient. Don't let it tell you it's got a headache. It's tired. Maybe tomorrow, right? Alright, don't worry about those little guys. Actually, you could worry about them a little bit. Oh, they killed my one fighter! Those jerks. Still, corvettes are just nothing to worry about. Oh. Bye-bye, human fleet. Pretty well experienced fleet. Most of them are at max. Well, a couple of them are max level. I think level 6 is considered max. Mad Max 6, The Furious. Just auto use. We're not above begging. Oh, humans begging to plants. In fact, begging fairly well, because that's the largest peace offer I've ever seen. Still not enough. Maybe I should keep gathering up all of their technologies, but I don't think they're gonna last. Still got 6 planets. Lots of resources. That's pretty good, actually. No. Oh, you'd like to peace as well. You're not even as good at asking for peace as the humans. Alright, I guess they're just mad that we stole Earth, but this one has too many ground troops. I don't really want to fight them. Bye-bye. They all just freeze or something, starve to death. This guy's gonna retake some planet, probably. I never built it up so it has, like, proper defenses. So we have to come back for that. Okay, one more time. Travel away, travel back in, see if it works. These guys have joined up, I believe. And what, did you guys colonize this under my watch? These guys will be joined up. Probably next turn. I know, Jay, that was the best deal I've ever seen the AI offer. Stupid colonizing. Just wasting my time at this point. Maybe we'll capture this one just for the tech. I mean, that's the funny thing. They offer all those. They offer like 2 techs of peace, But it's really nothing because I can just steal 2 techs really easily. Yeah, I lost Tor. We got the Terraformer though. I'll build that somewhere just because. So, our best planet that could use a Terraformer is probably the hugest planet. That is not good. So, the Flower 4, for instance, is rich, and it's only medium actually. That's not even that amazing. It can go from... Actually, we'll never get rid of the radiated either, but it's not bad. Let's board into, like, medium desert. Signs is a medium tundra. It's those huge planets that make the best terraformed. Tiny's not that great. Maybe I don't have any huge planets that are good. Medium barren. Medium barren. Small radiated. I mean, I've got a lot of planets by now. Large radiated, that would be better. Anything. I mean, they could all be terraformed if you were just patient. There we go. Huge radiated. We'll do it here. I know I got lots of stuff to build still, but let's get that terraformer done. Actually, you know what I'll do is I'll rush by that, and that'll speed up the production of the terraformer. I have got the money. If they were smart, they would preemptively bow to the planet overlords. That is the truth. You know, this fleet could easily conquer that teeny human fleet. This one ship. You have to capture this. There we go. Stole their antimatter cannons. Alright, so they must have a planet over there. Probably have a planet. They've got a... I think I said they still had like 6 planets left, so it's gonna take a while to wipe them completely out. Oh, Super Soldier Serum is probably worth picking up. It does make your ground troops much, much better. Bio Terminator. Sounds cool. I'm pretty sure it's basically just the same as our current bombs, except more efficient at wiping out all life. Okay, well, we're out of range. I really hope we can go through that wormhole. That's nothing. Nope, it's not working. So, we're not going through that wormhole. That's disappointing. I wanted to show that off. You know what? Let's just rush this as well. I thought about just letting it build, but whatever. It's going to take 25 turns for the terraformer to do anything, so we would really have to just mess around for a long time to get any real benefit out of those. Oh, so this guy's ready to go. And this guy's ready to go. Didn't I already destroy this thing? Give me this asteroid belt. Or just die, I don't care. The problem is I get too lazy and I don't want to do ground combat. So then people just keep colonizing behind me. Laziness is gonna lengthen this war. Sure, you hang out here. Join up with this guy. And then we will we'll capture Raiden. Take out all the stuff in the core worlds that snuck down. There's really no way they can stop us. I don't need to mess around this much. That's a hostile fleet, apparently. They never even got rid of their fire elementals on Kitty 2. I don't care about that stuff. So, we should have just built... Which planet? I don't even remember which planet it was. But whichever planet we gave the... probably this one. Pearl, right? This is where we got the Teleformer. So in 24 or 25 turns, it will update to... well, it's radiated right now. I don't know. It'll turn into something better. Whatever is the next step up. Eventually it'll be Terran, and eventually it'll be Gaian, which is even better than Terran, which gives you more food production, but more importantly, it raises the population cap. So, I should... Like, any huge planet is amazing, but even, well, any planet is amazing. But, like, this guy, because this is a farming planet, a terraformer would make a lot of sense here. I know we're losing a lot of money, by the way. And it would make a lot of money here, too. A lot of money sense. There, spend all my money. I'll have to actually tax people pretty soon because we can't actually do the trade deal stuff anymore. So we are losing a lot of money. Now this is going to be a Star Fortress battle station. That's the one, not a Star Fortress. The midway point. I just want to make sure no one does anything stupid like let it kill my my carriers this time. How could we have possibly taken any damage fighting this thing? One of my other fleets took damage, and it just doesn't make sense. Battle stations are tough, but they're not good versus mass drivers. I think the only thing that beats mass drivers is dodging, and they don't dodge. Just kill it. Okay, we'll do this fight. This looks more interesting, right? Unfortunately, we have 2 Fire Blossoms now. These ships are ridiculous. These things, they're not even, like, optimized for anything specifically, and they're still stupidly overpowered. These guys have a lot of rockets. Prepare for point defense. Some fighters, pretty much getting rocked. Sound effects are bugging out a little bit. There's too much stuff going on. Enemy missiles... Yeah, enemy missiles can't get close. Fighters can get through, but then they get shot down. I think this is still only a battleship class. I don't think that's a Titan class. You've gotta love those advanced ECM generators, right? We only have 4 on each, and they stop basically all the rockets. Except for the few ships that are, the few rocket torpedo type things that are immune to ECM, it works pretty good on a lot of stuff. Well, that was probably about the end of whoever's fleet that was. I think that was the Dreylock. That's a starbase. Okay. I love the fact that I lost these 2. That's great. I should just build a, I mean, they may already have ground forces defending them. Let's just build a poison ivy real quick. And that way we can cleanse them. Cleanse them once more, even though we should probably capture them. But also, let's add some taxes. Doesn't even have to be that big a tax, to be honest. Okay, you guys are joined up. Go for them. They've lost their transport somewhere. That's great. I'm supposed to have 2 transport ships with each fleet. Oh no, I've got one. Never mind. I'm good. I'm good. humans should be happy that I keep any of you alive. That includes Twitch chat. Alright, well we just eliminated that one completely. They're still trying to pump out a fleet. That's a pretty large fleet they've managed to build, really. It's basically the last thing they've got, though. Oh, except for this junk down here. Ugh, garbage. Let's send a Fire Blossom over to cleanse that. I should have put one bomb on the Fire Blossom. That way we could cleanse with them as well. That really would be all-purpose at that point. I forgot about this guy. No. No? Sometimes it's a little bit. It's another one of these things that's a little bit buggy. Sometimes you can attack. Sometimes it seems like it doesn't let you, and I don't know why we're not allowed to attack this turn with that fleet. It's like it's out of moves, but it shouldn't be. Like this. We're blockading it, but we still can't even just invade it. Oh well. Just don't tell me we took any damage against the starbase there. Sounds like someone's surrendering to us. No? No one's surrendering to us this turn? Didn't you get the message? Can we please get rid of this kitty? Thank you. Bad kitty. Do they have something on that planet too? Anyway, humans are basically dealt with. We'll just keep cleaning up the center. This guy's moving. This guy's queued. Just trying to keep everything queued up at this point, basically. Go for Zac. Nearly the end of the Rayleigh. I guess we should do this fight. Might be kind of interesting. Mostly trying to skip the really easy fights now and just show the slightly interesting ones off. They're mostly Corvettes again, so... yeah, we're fine. Those cluster cannons are pretty cool. Did some testing with them last time we played this game. If you've got enough ammo to use them regularly, they can shoot down almost anything that comes at you. Including null cannons. The AI really needs to be better about their fleet management. Too many Corvettes. Too many small ships. Not enough tech on the big ships. That kind of stuff. The only thing they seem to make good tech ships out of is like cruisers and frigates. Toothless. As I always say, my cruisers with master drivers can wipe out all the rest of the enemies out. The Titans are cool, but we did not need them by any means. I'm supposed to be bombarding there. Okay, looks like an interesting fight as well. The Titans are overpowered, but the battleships are too, really. Like the Wolfsbanes, super, super difficult to kill them as well. Fine, we'll do this properly. Who am I to stop a proper fleet engagement? I'm not gonna mess around with fighters, though, I don't think. What do I have? Yeah, I got 2 of these. That's how it's supposed to look. Begin. I'm worried that they're taking a lot of shots at the, little ships again, rather than the big ships. Yeah, Fire Blossom, you're fine. Yeah, I do think we waste a lot of shots at these little corvettes doing laps around the big ships. It's a little bit silly, but they really should prioritize the big guns on the big ships. And then use your little guns, your flak defense and stuff against the smaller vessels. Would make a lot more sense. Gauss drivers, mass cannons, mass drivers and Gauss cannons, stuff like that should be only kind of reserved for big ships, most, or at least prioritized for big ships first. Whereas your turret type weapons should be kind of whatever's closer. Let's cleanse these guys down a little bit. Sure is a lot of battles every round right now. Means we're making good progress. Try not to waste too much time here. Okay, let's get rid of these Rayleigh planets. Like so. The Rayleigh should really just surrender at this point. Looks like the Draylock... It'll come down to the Draylock and the Terrans as to who survives the longest. Almost certainly. Unless somebody, like, colonizes way deep inside of my territory and I have to fly all the way back. That would be hilarious. Okay, I know I need to clean up the Bear homeworld. You guys just join up. This thing's just too much of a hassle. I don't have ground forces right now to deal with them, so I deal with them the only way I can. Extinction. Okay, everything's... you're in position here. You're supposed to be killing those guys. Why are you not killing those guys? Hopefully that's the only hidden Rayleigh colony that I haven't been paying attention to. Oh, I'm actually out of freighters again. It's because we've been picking up all these fleshy planets. It's not a big deal, but I'll build some more freighters. We can probably create like 10 per turn or 20 per turn. About 10 per turn. We'll just deck out a bunch of freighters, just so I don't have to worry about people starving and sort of whining at me. That wormhole still frustrates me. Fire Blossom versus a bunch of garbage ships. Not really a question on who's going to win that. Trade Guild. Oh, they'll be even cheaper to build freighters. That's awesome. So, who wants to guess? Well, we went from 84 to 104 in one turn. And we're still using most of them. Oh good, the space squids! I don't know if I've ever killed a space squid. I always find them when I'm too weak, and then I'm never strong enough to fight them. Like, by the time I fight them, by the time I'm strong enough, they're always dead. I should have taken the spice, I suppose, but... Lazy Ankylo. This one I want to get. No. Food shortage, yeah. I'm working on it. I actually did notice that before it happened. Alright, so these guys have been cleansed. They're supposed to join up. Like, this fleet doesn't actually have a Titan. So I'm supposed to be sending this guy up that direction. This fleet has 2 Titans, because it's supposed to be going in there. Most fleets have some Titans, though. Ah, the Draylock homeworld. That's probably the only homeworld that we haven't conquered so far. That would be a victory for playing Civ 5. Oh, our freighters are fine, Toothless. Probably a lot of delay going on between what you're seeing and what's happening here, but it's been a couple turns. Freighters are good. Super Soldier, really nice. You still have to equip it, but I'm pretty sure it's the strongest equipable item in the game. It provides regeneration, max HP, and speed, so it's pretty good. Oh, an exciting episode of Guess Who's Dead? I won't leave you guessing for long, though. It's the Rayleigh. Turned out that Elder God nonsense turned out to be exactly that. Yeah. I just built like 40 freighters. It was 84 out of 84 the turn before Toothless. I already addressed that problem. And I could build millions practically at this point. We could build, not this one, this one. At 25 hammers each, we could build 20 per turn. So yeah. Okay, we finished biology. Is there anything else that's like useful to pick up here before the end of the game? +1 command point per colony. That's a nice passive thing. +1 research or +1 command point. It doesn't really matter much at this point. More money. Money with other trades. That's never going to happen again. Both of these. Right, Hard Shields is a passive upgrade. We should pick that up. I think. I'm pretty sure this is passive. This means all shields just ignore pitiful, puny damage that small weapons would do. This means a lot of the enemy weapons that are at low tech will do absolutely nothing to our ships with shields on. Not that it's really a problem, but... Okay, everyone's... Oh, what's this? It's the Rayleigh Remnant. The last of the Rayleigh. Well, get rid of them. These guys might as well join up and head towards what they might be able to help out with at the end. This is another one. This is where we crush the Cordrazine. Yeah, there's not much left to do, so let's just sort of zip towards the end. If we're really lucky, one of our planets will terraform before we finish. Alright, we should have lots of freighters for the rest of the game. Alright, so central core zone looks mostly dealt with. Oops. I don't know why that brought up the research page. Strange. Let's get rid of their homeworld. I suppose I should capture it. We'll bring them down to a manageable population size. Feeding them is annoying, right? Our plants basically don't even need food, but let's just capture these guys. Every time we capture one of these, the amount of research it takes to unlock a new tech goes up. So it's actually hurting us more than we're gaining because I'm not building anything. I'm not developing these planets at all. So it is actually like detrimental to our overall empire. The only benefit is that they can't just colonize them to retake them if I don't cleanse them. It's nothing. Goodbye, remnants. The remnant forces. Okay. See, I got lots of freighters again. Let's just keep plowing through. Looks like the Terrans will be the last to go. I think I'll just make this episode a little bit longer and we'll just wrap things up today. Instead of dragging it out any longer. The game should have a win condition that we can hit earlier. Because at this point, like, we've basically won for such a long time now. I don't know how many episodes it's been since I said basically we win. But, I had the ability to capture it without needing to. Actually, ground combat just takes too long. That's why I'm kind of trying to avoid it. Well, it doesn't take too long. It's just it takes longer. Yeah, a lot of 4Xs will have some sort of percentage. Like once you've taken out most of it, you just win. And they probably should add something like that because, I mean, it's silly at this point, right? Like. Oh, I was gonna... whatever. I was gonna capture that one, but it's too much trouble. Okay, the Kodrazine, I think, only have one planet left. The humans have a couple. So the humans will last the longest. Lucky them. If we're really lucky, another wormhole will appear somewhere close to one of our fleets. And I'll at least get to show you guys the masters, but it might just take too much messing around to happen. Healed up anyway. The humans, they haven't had enough time to actually build up a real fleet, so there's nothing to worry about. They did have a good fleet the last time, but... Also, light weapons don't even hurt us now. We're done. Energy? What about physics? Anything good in this tree? Stargates are cool. Singularity cannons are pretty cool. Phasers are pretty good. Actually, you know, we should have gone for phasers. This would have upgraded all of our fighters, and I could have done this a long time ago. Plus, dark matter reactors are actually an upgrade. I should have done physics earlier, I guess. Stargates are really cool. Once you've got these, they can, food can be transported instantly between planets without needing freighters, and you can move population around as well, so you don't have to bother with civilian transports. Or we could pick up another gun, but either way, it doesn't matter much. We've already got the better fabricator anyway. We picked up the Crazy Eddie version rather than the research version. Okay, we'll fight. I hate skipping all of them. Yeah, physics has some cool stuff. We got to the point where there was no need to build anything or redesign another ship. So I kind of stopped really worrying about what the best tech was. Sorry, Jay, all we've been doing is cleansing everything. I think we finished off the Rayleigh in the last 20 minutes, and the Dreylock are probably down to the last planet. trying to watch an watch a fleet battle once in a while. I do like these fire blossoms. What would I upgrade them with? We can get better reactors. Just better than disruptor cannons. Disruptor cannons, there's an upgrade for those I can put in. Other than that, it's pretty solid. My ships are messing around, shooting at the little corvettes again rather than the big ships. It's amazing how much damage the Legless Elephant will take on an auto battle. They shouldn't even be injured on. They shouldn't even take a single point of damage. Yeah, for YouTube, this has been this will just be a longer episode. It's been about 36 minutes. We'll just do like an hour-long final finale. No point dragging it on, I don't think. We've got it. I could probably auto battle every last fleet for the rest of this. The trouble is, sometimes the auto battle goes really bad, and you lose your carriers for no real reason. Yeah, there you go. You got to see the end of the Draylon. So far, they've been eliminated, and I may not have saved very many of them. Most of their planets just got cleansed entirely. Yeah, they didn't do a very good job. They're supposed to be all about tech, like spying and stealing tech. I don't think maybe the spy mechanic is developed enough that they can really succeed. Like, in Master of Orion 3, you could steal techs a lot easier, the way I remember it. So, maybe that's one thing. Yes. Yeah, one left. That's their battleship. In case you haven't seen a battleship, I'll show you the battleship. Or, sorry, the Titan. This is the human Titan. No, this is the battleship. They do have Titans, but they're really dumb. Just for interest's sake. Yeah. So this is battle station. It's fairly strong. Yeah, that last chance, the humans, they had a big fleet where they managed to kill a couple of our ships. That's probably the last chance the AI had, and that was one of my 4 fleets, probably the weakest of my 4 fleets, and I haven't been producing ships in ages. So even if they'd won that, it would have been a very, very temporary setback, but we won it anyway, which just proves that they're nowhere near close enough. I might be able to capture this without a fight. Nope. One more bomb crushes it. Yeah. Yeah. Really? Let's not mess around, right? At this point, even getting as much as like the resources are nice, it doesn't matter anymore. Seriously? Sometimes it just doesn't let me conquer the way I want it to conquer. That'll be that. Okay, we'll capture that one just for the zone of control and the fuel. That doesn't help. Because there's a mech here, we're just going to destroy it. I would have to do a ground combat to take it because of the mech. Oh. Man, we'll just kill him in the next turn. We got lots of bombs. So, as much as the Stargate's cool, I'll research the Singularity Cannon just because I can show it off on the ship designer once we're done. Just anything cool that we could have used. Oh, what did I hit? Fight. I meant to hit auto. The double the Fire Blossom. It's this ship. Where's the... There we go. Alt and middle button. Mouse middle button. Oh, we got to see it just in time. Good. Absolute death. Ah, those ships. So good. No one's ever allowed to downtalk or downplay the strength of a mass driver on my stream. There should be more penalties? Well, it probably shouldn't reload the bombs. Like, if you run out of bombs like I just did, I used all 20 bombs. Maybe you shouldn't go back up to max every round. Like, until you go back to a planet and reload. Or maybe the bombs themselves should take up more cargo space or something. You can build planetary shields, but it's very high-level tech. I don't think I've even researched it myself. It's probably an energy. Yeah, at level 8 you could get planetary shields. That would stop up to 10 bombs per turn. We would still be able to do 8 bomb strikes or 10 bomb strikes with just one bombing ship, so that's not enough to really make much difference. Can I have this planet, please? I'm still stealing stuff. This is nice. Another passive plus 50 damage to our disruptors. It's good stuff. Can't argue. Alright. I don't see any wormholes. Probably... Oh, look! Okay, maybe we'll have one last fight down here with a few human titans. We'll check out if they've actually built up anything remotely powerful. Try to capture this one. Yeah. They've like an invasion fleet, but I think it's running away rather than attacking us. I forgot about this wormhole. We actually could have teleported up here, wormholed up here really easily. Sure. Alright, here comes the final battle. The last of the human fleet against 2 of my fleets. We'll join them up. Phasers. Oh, it'd be nice to have phasers. Our fighters would be stronger. Phasers are pretty good, actually. Alright, here comes. They got 1 planet left. 1 fleet. They do have titans. Beware the laser cannon titans. How much, just, can I see? Unless they're at pretty close range, if they do 50 damage, which is at max range, give or take, they will do nothing to our shields. Our shields will just ignore them. Oh, you're... What? How did they dodge us? I was supposed to... I thought I clicked right on them. They somehow broke up their fleet, managed to avoid my tracking, and now they're trying to conquer Sol. Oh, and I did miss one up there. Oh well. This is the last fleet battle. What is wrong with you guys? Catch the humans. Like that. See, they're supposed to home in. They're not supposed to just get to their old location and stop. It's kind of dumb. Anyway, the final battle. And then we'll just capture the last couple planets and it'll be done. I think we'll be fine. I won't even mess around. So what do you guys got? Yeah. You got some rockets, laser cannons. For all the tech the humans researched, they only put laser cannons and artillery on their big ships. Lots of armor, no shields. You know, as awesome of techs. I'm pretty sure the humans had some good weapon technologies. We've been stealing them. They were unable to build. They were unable to design them onto their ship. I think that's one of the biggest weaknesses of this game, is the AI just can't seem to design mid to late game ships. They don't know how to upgrade their weapons or anything. I didn't even upgrade my ships all that much, but it was more than the AI could handle. And this is on hard, yep. I mean, maybe on brutal it's a bit better, but I kind of doubt it. I think on brutal you're going to see the AI get some passive buffs, so that they maybe get more production or research or something, and that they're really hard to deal with in trades. But I'd say basically once you get past carriers and like level 3 or 4 technology, maybe tier 4 or 5 tops, the AI just, they don't know how to deal with it. I see a lot of promise in this game, but it still needs a bit of work, kinda. If you know what I'm thinking, if you follow. Yeah, what do you want? 5,000! Well, pretty bad news for you guys. How about you just give me a colony? So even though they're willing to research, they won't give me one of their 2 planets. Or sorry, that's as large of a surrender as I've ever seen, and they still won't even give you 1 planet. It doesn't all have to be like, did you guys see? The, look at this! Terraforming! We now have a Gaian planet. That's pretty cool. Made it just in time. So, the amount of food, 255. I believe it's, yeah, 3 base for a Gaian planet. The actual size went up, so 40, I betcha, is the maximum planet size. Because we have subterranean, unless there's another bonus perk you can get on a planet. Subterranean on a huge Gaian is about as large as you can make it. If it was also ultra rich, and you had all of the trade goods, that would be the planet you could get your max production. And I think you could get it a little over 1,000 for max, but you don't need it at that point. I mean, it's nothing. Anyway, we're done here. People really like these null field cannons, but we're not going to be able to research it in time. Maybe. It's amazing how quickly they're pumping out these Titans. Alright, one last planet, I bet. We actually might finish that null field cannon just for the amount of turns it takes to finish this. I think we just cleansed the last couple planets. No need to worry about them recolonizing them. And the last human is bombed. Oh, okay, we'll do this. We'll do that. We win, but I have to show you the masters. Alright, this is actually kind of interesting. If you want to know the game's story, you might want to read along. The somber news that the disgusting space ape called the humans have finally succumbed to the terrors of the galaxy, having lost all their planets. Reached out for quote on their extinction, but they have not received a reply. Again, inconsiderate humans, you jerks! A sincere congratulations to our final contestant. In more sobering news, your empire is likely to be crushed by, well, at any moment by a ruthless onslaught from beyond our galaxy. It's time for the bonus round! I've never done it this direction. I've always killed the masters before I've cleaned out the. Like generally you can kill the masters before you wipe out all the enemy systems. Maybe they actually drop in some really powerful ships now. I don't know. The dark matter reactor is generally better than the particle beam. The particle beam's cool, but the reactor is a solid upgrade. I'm so glad this thing showed up, and we better be able to get through it. So what do you got? That's a pretty big fleet. Well, I think, yeah, I guess we could probably get them all there in time. 5 turns, 5 turns. It's pretty close. These guys might be a little slow to the party. Oh, there's another one! Ooh, double the danger, going straight for our homeworld. Oh no. Oh no! I did build a star fortress here, but it's not going to stop that. We might actually lose our homeworld. They mean business. Like I said, I've never done it in this order. 02 is now has a tropical resort. Remember when we used to play around with approval ratings and stuff? Gaian planets are very well loved. You get a lot of bonus happiness from that. Tropical resort plus 10. Pretty awesome. They'll all get that over time. Yeah, you're dead. Never saw them blom. Yeah, I'll try to pay attention if these guys do, like, if they're bombing, I'll try to notice. 5, 3. They went the wrong way anyway, huh? What about these guys? 6 and 14. This guy will just get killed instantly. Looks like it's just gonna sink all of our freighters. 171 freighters, and I still need more for all the food transport. Yeah, they just want to beat up our freighters, basically. It's a pretty massive fleet we got there. Yeah, there's no way a starbase can fight them. Or poison ivy. Yay, dark matter. Basically done everything now for tech. So 14 out of 14. I'm curious if they'll actually bomb them. Okay. I don't really want to wait for that, but no, we're not going to wait for that. I want to see if they are capable of taking over a planet. 14 out of 14. Wait a turn. They didn't even care. That's the thing. You could just ignore the masters. It doesn't even really matter. They destroy some freighters. They'll destroy your star bases, so your command points will go down a little bit. But the only thing that could possibly happen is you'd starve because they're blockading you. But by this point, we could have stargates everywhere, and they can't blockade a stargate. Anyway, let's do this. No more lollygagging for the final fleet. We don't need it. That's fine. Alright, combat ships. Into the maw. Prepare for the final battle. Hope you guys are excited. Usually I would have canopy shields on something by now. Or at least a CIC or something. This is the Master of Orion. It's got 5 canopy shields. Bunch of class 3 shields. The canopy shields are connected in the middle if you're trying to tell the difference. These are Ghost drivers, these are Death Rays, these are Null cannons, I think. Power capacitors, dark matter reactors, CIC, advanced ECM, lots of ammo, more shields. Phasers, I think? It's got a little bit of everything. I wouldn't have put so much armor on them myself, and I would have put on more mass drivers, but it's a pretty good ship. And it's guarded by a few little... This is actually small. I've seen this fleet much more dangerous before. This is easy. Those little guys are nothing. Okay, so on our side, though, we've got... well, okay, let me just organize this here. We'll put the spore cannons. We'll put a couple spore cannons like on the edge. Poison ivies can just get out of here. I should have like 3 fleets worth of ships here, I think. Not quite our entire force, but most of it. When my scout came here, it blew up just by seeing it. Yeah. I can believe it. Yeah, usually I would have Titans with canopy shields. I just never bothered redesigning for this. We've only got like 3 Wolfsbanes, but quite a few Fire Blossoms. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna put a couple spore cannons in the corner. Oh, come on. Just move over here, go retreat. Okay, I got 4 poison ivies. That's good. That's lots of poison. I don't really need to mess around too much. I'm just, you know, it's the last battle, so I want to have a little bit of fun here. Spore cannons. Legless elephants. Can stay in the middle. nightshades, probably in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, a very damaged legless elephant. We never even made like a really upgraded carrier. These are still only like cruiser carriers. Okay. It's not quite symmetrical. We've got 9 spore cannons total and 3 of these. The Wolfsbanes. Let's put these guys a little bit back. Forget how large those freaking Titans are. One could call them Titanic. There we go. It's beautiful. It's our garden. It's our beautiful garden. All right, so it's gonna target one of these guys down here. I say if you're a Titan, you get in there and you fight. And you get closer than that. You get into at least dual master driver range at the very least. I say if you're a Nightshade, or a Wolfsbane, I guess, the other one, these are battleships. These guys are pretty big too. The Wolfsbane, you guys can focus on that. The Garden of Death, yeah. The Nightshades will probably all die if I send them in, because they're not that strong. They're not that durable, but whatever. We're just going to have all spore cannons focus fire on this, because it's going to take the most beating. And I need to get some fighters out, just so I can control them. For some reason, it doesn't launch fighters while you're paused, so I have to unpause to launch. And I guess we'll want the heavy fighters too. Don't tell me we already won. The time it takes me to launch all my fighters, we better not win. It's like I'm clicking on this even though I'm trying to click on this. There's too much stuff going on. It's going to be very laggy. I'm just going to have to be prepared to deal with that. What if you can double click? Can you select all fighters? There's no select all fighters button. One of the many UI things they could probably improve. No lag here. Well, let's just try to watch what's happening. My FPS is dropping to nothing. This is a little bit too much stuff going on. Too many fleet. Well, canopy shield's down. I think we're gonna win though. Fighters don't get to move. Just not. Alright, we got one flank down. He's dead. That's the big one. And that's it. So that's what happens when you get a really monstrous fleet. The game can't even really handle it. You could launch them all together. Yeah, I guess I could have done that. It's just gathering them all up. You can't gather them all up. Anyway, we should get a news from the GNN for that. We did not name that many, but it was fun. It was fun. Victory! The moment your ships finish pounding the master ship into space dust, the rift closed. Your fleet returned to normal space. Much the worse for the wear. Not really. I bet you we didn't take any damage at all. So, infinite magnitude of secrets. You know, you can read all this if you want. We have strived to master our galaxy. How inconsequential to be masters over a grain of sand or a speck of dust in this infinite cosmos. We could conquer 1,000 galaxies and possess only 1,000 grains of sand. And yet, this is all we have. Should we not strive for more? What more could there be? You have won this great war, but true knowledge eludes us yet. Even so, we have a sweet death ray! happy to report the Polyp Symbiosis have traveled through a dimensional rift to defeat the Masters in one. Finally. Oh, here's your spoiler alert. It was him all along. He was the one who told everybody about Stardrives. He is the most powerful transmitter in the galaxy. This one little robot trying to find someone to kill the Masters. He really wanted us to beat that one ship. We've seen the galaxy get wiped out 100 times. Not by the Masters I saw. They would need some serious upgrades to actually win. They need to actually conquer planets. Or at least nuke them or something. Will you wipe out the galaxy or retire in peace? I think we'll retire in peace. You could. I wouldn't. But if there was an easier way to do it, I would get rid of all of these jerks. I would toss them into the nether and then just put plants everywhere. But it's too much of a pain. It would take way too long. Anyway, this basically wraps up this series for YouTube and for stream. In case you're wondering, also listening to the winning music, the Death Ray. Let's have a quick look just before we call our quits, in case you're really excited about this thing. Somewhere in here. There's the Death Ray. It's pretty big. It's standard large size. I think it's the same as Gauss cannons and all that. Yeah. Anything that's big is that big. The null field cannon, similarly very large. So, the Death Ray defaults to 2,000 damage at a reasonable range of 350. Unlike other beam weapons like ion beams, fusion beams, phasers, it has no drop-off for damage. So you don't need to build, there's a system that removes that disability. Some sort of power capacitor type thing. High energy focus or something. Yeah, that's the one. You don't need those for Death Rays, but you can only fit a couple on your ship, right? Like, I can only fit, like, 6? Probably 6 on this ship. And they're not that great. I mean, they take a ton of electricity, and they do good damage, but, I don't know, they're not that amazing. Same kind of thing with the Gauss cannon. Lots of damage at long range, but you could fit a lot more mass drivers on. And the null field, it probably wins for DPS, 20,000 damage, but, again, you can only fit so many on. It's fairly short range. I don't know exactly how a null field cannon versus a Death Ray goes. I think the null field cannon wins, but, you know, whatever. We're not going to worry about that right now. So, hopefully the game gets patched so that some of these high-tech weapons are necessary, because right now you don't need anything. Just build mass drivers and you'll win. Maybe some disruptors. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed, and have a great day.